Oh man, as you can see by the title and thumbnail, I'm gonna talk about the digital ID. And this goes to show that the mark of the beast is coming, bro. Bible prophecy is being fulfilled. We're getting closer to the end, guys. The mark of the beast is coming. It's faster than you think. Because God is speeding up the times in the end days. Satan, he knows his time is short, so he's speeding up his agendas. And what I'm about to show you today is living proof that we're getting closer to the end. And this is not a fear-mongering message. I'm not here to fear you. God doesn't give us a spirit of fear. I'm just here to inform you what's taking place in this world, where everyone's distracted with their video games, Netflix, all these celebrity gossip, news, stuff that just doesn't matter, distractions. And this is getting swept under the rug, because that's what the governments, the elites do every time, so to keep people distracted so that they can implement their plans, their evil plans. So like I said, the UK is pushing out digital IDs, which is tyranny. I'm gonna play a video real quick of it. Basically, you can't work a job in the UK without digital ID. It's mandatory. We all know the Bible verse. It reminds us. Revelation chapter 13, verse 16 through 18. The mark of the beast you can't buy or sell without the chip in your right hand or on your forehead. And this is all a part of Agenda 2025 plus 5 years. I can't say the real thing because guidelines. If I say it, they might take it down. So in California, they actually have real IDs, which is a replacement of your driver's license. And you can't travel without the ID, so it's predictive programming to program people to slowly accept the mark of the beast. We won't be able to travel without the mark, go to the next city without the mark. And Satan, he's slowly going to push these agendas out. He's not going to push it right away. Like I said, it's brainwashed. He's going to slowly implement it and get people to accept it. Like we see with credit cards, a chip. That's another programming as well. And all this is just tyranny to me, man. This is just the government taking your rights away. It's literally tyranny. So, like I said, I'm going to play a video here up on the screen to show you the UK's plan on implementing the digital ID.
Their side and their belief that the state can and will work for them. And that is why today I am announcing this government will make a new free of charge digital ID mandatory for the right to work by the end of this Parliament. Let me spell that out. You will not be able to work in the United Kingdom if you do not have digital ID. It's as simple as that. Because decent, pragmatic, fair-minded people, they want us to tackle the issues that they see around them. And of course, the truth is, we won't solve our problems if we don't all.
What problem is this solving, bro? Like seriously, you're just making it more difficult for people. So it's going to show the agenda is going on. Bible prophecy. They're just not solving nothing, bro. What is this guy talking about? I actually want to read the tweets that go with it. It says digital ID will be pushed here in the US as well. Best believe it's coming to the US. Just because it's in the other countries, UK, China, all around the world. I'll get into that later. But best believe it's definitely going to come here. This Bible prophecy, you can't stop it. And then the next tweet we have here is, if digital ID is pushed in the US, it will run into a brick wall in Florida. I believe this is the governor of Florida, if I'm not mistaken. Which sounds cool and all, but back in 2020, remember, everyone complied to the lockdown. So Florida, they're not going to resist the mark of the beast. Everyone's going to comply to it. Just keep it real, bro. There's nothing new under the sun. The C word back in 2020, that was a test. And they failed the test. Everyone failed the test. Everyone complied. So of course it's going to happen again. Nothing new under the sun. Now, I don't know if you noticed in the video, like, the guy did the pyramid sign, the hand sign. If you saw it. So this goes to show that all these governors, all these presidents are in on it. They want the digital ID push. Because they're allegedly, I gotta say allegedly, they're part of the 33rd degree Freemason. It's all a big club. They're doing Satan's will. And Satan puts out anti-heroes that seem like the good guys, when in reality they're working for the enemy, like MLK. He's a 33rd degree Freemason. Malcolm X, even though he said the black people are the real children of Israel, he was a Muslim. Because they all work for the Jews, and the Jews run this world. He said this in Revelation chapter 2 verse 9, Revelation chapter 3 verse 9. So they're working for them. Trump as well, he's a part of the deep state. He went to a Jesuit school. He complied to the 2020 lockdown, so it goes to show that they're working for the enemy, bro. He was called the Godfather of the 2020 you know what in your arm. He told everyone Bitcoin was a scam years ago while he was storing it up before hitting 100K. And now he has a statue of a Bitcoin, of him holding a Bitcoin. See how all this is correlating? Candace Owens, she's also a part of the club as well. Charlie Kirk as well. Yes, Charlie Kirk as well. He worked for the U's, for the Revelation chapter 3 verse 9, 2 verse 9 people. And watch a short from Mark the Messenger where he questioned what's really taking place in Israel. And Ben Shapiro was there as well. He also works for the Jews as well. And if you look at it, his facial expression is like, why are you saying this? Like, you shouldn't be saying this, bro. Because they're all part of the club. They can't speak out against certain things. Otherwise, they'll get taken out. You can't expose darkness because you'll get taken out. That's why he was taken out, Charlie Kirk. Because he was speaking too much, speaking truth. So they took him out. That's why you don't want to make a deal with the devil. Don't work for these clubs, these dark, messed up clubs. If you started speaking truth, speaking out against the corruption, you get taken out. And in the last month before he died, he was making videos giving Israel pushback. And he was speaking some truth about criticizing black people, but some truth is just straight up racism, bro. Just keep it real. And then 2 days later, he gets taken out after he made that video with Ben Shapiro. Like, come on, man. It's all plans, all scripted. They took him out because he spoke too much. And now the company he owned is owned now by Ben Shapiro, who's also working for the where the synagogues of Satan. They're running everything. The fake over in Israel, they're not the real children of Israel. The real children of Israel are black people. If we see them praying to the wall with their hand like this, we see like the presidents, the former presidents, Obama, Biden, the Clintons, the high-class celebrities and athletes, and they all took the oath, like praying to that wall. And the Jews who run this world, they're the same people who did 9/11, the same people who took out JFK, did the 2020 lockdowns, took out Malcolm X and MLK. So the activists that get propped up as heroes are really working for the enemy this whole time. Like MLK, Malcolm X, because they're all 33rd degree Freemasons. So all the history has been taught us a lie, bro. That's what I'm talking about. I was once fooled too, until I watched the Mark the Messenger video about it. He talked about the same thing. I'm telling you, Satan's the god of this world. He deceives the entire earth. Everything in this world teaches you is a lie. I actually want to pull up another video about Canada doing the same thing as well, so best believe it's coming all around the world, bro. It's not just in the UK and China, others.
Great.
Paul Walden from the Globe and Mail. Keir Starmer's introduced a digital ID card. Wants to make it mandatory as a way of controlling immigration. Is that something Canada might consider?
Well, Paul, one thing I would put in terms of context is the UK is relatively unique in not having other forms of identification. So there's been a long history here not to have ID. In Canadians, we have various forms of ID. We have driver's license. You have social insurance license. You have forms of identification. In terms of so now, are there merits to having common digital identification for government services, for you say immigration, also for financial services, portability, other aspects? There may be. We don't have current plans for that.
Thank you.
See, they don't have current plans for it, but it's coming, bro. It's gonna come to everyone. I'm telling you, bro. It's crazy seeing Bible prophecy being unfilled. And this is tied to the mark of the beast. This is not the mark, but it's tied to it because you can't work a job in it. in the UK, or what does that sound like to you? The mark of the beast? Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, in the UK they have a petition where people are signing it to not let it happen. As I'm making this video, I took this screenshot on October 13th, so a week ago, and it probably has like 3-4 million now. I'll put the updated version on the screen as I'm making this video, but it's cool to see people getting together and all that, but Bible prophecy is still going to be fulfilled, man. It's not going to stop it. And I hope these people get right with God. I hope this makes you want to get right with God, man. Because we're in the end days. We're getting closer to the end. We can't buy ourselves without the chip. And if you get it, you'll burn in hell forever because you're worshiping Satan. So do not get it. This is where you got to put your faith and trust in God so that He can provide for you. You don't have to worry about this if you get closer to Him. Now I'm going to show you another video that shows that the digital ID is getting rolled out to even more countries, bro. So before I watch the video, I'm going to show you the tweet. It says, new European Union announces all Americans visiting nearly 30 countries, almost all in the EU, will be required to surrender fingerprints, biometric data, and your photograph, which will be stored by their government. They are not mandating Americans under digital ID data. And then another one is the U.S. has been collecting fingerprints and photographs from most foreign nationals upon entry since 2004 via the U.S. Visit program at airports and seaports. It upgraded to 10 fingerprint collections starting November 29, 2007, with full rollout by 2008. So now I'm going to get into the video about the digital ID coming to more countries.
If you're planning a trip to Europe, you're going to have to hand over way more than your passport when you get there. As part of a new entry-exit system, visitors to most European countries will have to provide 4 fingerprints and a facial photo at a self-operated kiosk. The information will be stored for 3 years, with the photo being used for ID verification on later visits. Travelers who refuse to provide their biometric data will be denied entry. The goal of the program is to enhance security and speed up border crossings, it is said. The new system is set to be rolled out over 6 months, starting in October, and applies to 29 countries, including popular destinations like France, Italy, and Spain.
How is this speeding up anything, bro? How is this? Who asked for this? Nobody asked for this. This is not helpful, bro. You're just making it. I'm telling you, bro. They know what they're doing, bro. This is not helpful at all. Nobody asked for this stuff. I want to show you another video that even China's being affected by it, and even the other parts of the world. But first, I want to read the tweets that go with it. It says, digital ID was the first step that China took. It's the foundation of their social credit system, now adopted by the West. It is a surveillance state where one mistake can cost your job, bank account, your family, and your freedom. Reject it totally. In this video I'm about to show you, it'll explain this tweet, exactly what it's talking about.
A good score brings benefits, but people with low scores lose rights. The cinema names and shames people considered untrustworthy, plastering their details, even their addresses, across big screens.
It's a matter of principle. Those people have to be condemned.
Those people aren't honest, so they have to pay the price.
It's only right to pay your debts. You have to blacklist those that don't.
The Supreme Court has created a blacklist for so-called bad citizens, those whose ratings have dropped to 0. On it are companies, but also 23 million people to date. Among them is this journalist Liu Hu. He got a little too close to uncovering corruption among high-profile party members. After being sued for defamation by the subject of a story he'd written, he was blacklisted. But he only realized when he tried to buy a train ticket and was told he was banned from traveling.
That tells me I'm still on the blacklist.
Punished, because he's been branded untrustworthy by the state.
Once you're blacklisted, you can no longer get a bank loan, start a business, buy an apartment, or even send your children to a private school.
Yu Hu is among a tiny minority of people who have dared to criticize the system, which some are calling a digital dictatorship.
I worry, because I think many people like me will be deprived of individual freedoms.
Bro, I feel bad for this man. And basically what being untrustworthy means is speaking out truth, speaking out against the tyranny. The truth speaker is speaking out against it. That's what it means. He's limited, bro. He couldn't get a mortgage. He couldn't send his kids to private school. He couldn't travel. He's banned from traveling. And that's what's gonna happen to us truth speakers, bro. The born again followers of Christ who speak out against it, we're gonna be blacklisted too from society. When it comes to all around the world, it's gonna happen to us. They're gonna silence us. We're gonna be an outcast in society. It even talks about this in Amos chapter 8 verse 11 through 12. There will be a famine of hearing the word of God. So they're gonna silence us, bro. Because they want people to take the mark of the beast. They want people to go to hell. They want people to comply with the system. Because they're doing Satan's will. The higher ups, the governments, the elites, they want people to push us out. They want this stuff. Now the next video I'm about to show you is crazy because this came out around 2020. So this guy predicted it legit like 5 years before this start coming out now. So he knew, bro. I want to read the tweet that goes with this. So it says, "Say no right now. Former Vice President at Pfizer, Dr. Mike Yeadon, urges you to reject digital ID, CBDCs, and UN Agenda 20, I can't say it, by 20, you will not be able to leave the country, you will not own private transport, you will have a digital ID to do everything, you will have only electronic money with which to transact." I'll talk about that later. I would say at this point you are a slave. And because you can see them coming, you should say no. Say no right now. So now let me play the video for you guys. Remember, keep this in mind, this was like 5 years ago.
We are living in a tyrannical situation where there's only 2 clicks left when you are required to have digital ID to move around and have a life, and when cashless central bank digital currencies are the only way you can buy and sell. At that point, you've lost your freedom. If you follow the breadcrumbs to 2030, anyone can look up the UN 2030 SDGs, Sustainable Development Goals. By 2030, Britain specifically will have no commercial passenger aircraft leaving the country. You will not be able to leave. There will be no ships leaving the country. You will not own private transport. You will have a digital ID to do everything, and you will only have electronic money with which to transact. I would say at that point you are a slave, and because you can see them coming, you should say no. Say no right now. Stop. The things that are happening are really fantastic, but they go back decades. There's no question that there's been a very long run-up to the level of control that we are going to face if we allow cash to be winked out of existence.
Oh my goodness, man. He said a slave, bro. And remember when he said you won't be able to like travel and go to the next city? It says in 2 Esdras, chapter 15, verse 17, in the book of Apocrypha, a lost book in the Bible, says, "A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able." So everything he's saying is linked to Bible prophecy, bro. And remember when he said like only digital money? Well, the digital currency is being replaced by the US dollar, because the US dollar is worthless, it's done, it's at zero, bro. And we're going through a digital reset. Mark the Messenger said when the terrors happened back in May, people were saying the economy is gonna collapse, and the people who love Trump turned against him, which means the golden age is guaranteed with stocks, crypto, gold and silver going crazy, and it's the replacement of the dollar because it's all planned. And he also said the satanic elites to sell you a problem, then sell you the solution that's worse than the problem. So the middle class is going to get priced on everything, and they're going to put people under universal basic income UBI. And also the tariff situation was fake, because Mark said back in 2017 when Bitcoin was kind of getting attention from the world, the US and China were always putting out an announcement that they're gonna ban it. And every time they said that, the price of Bitcoin went down like 20 to 30% the very next day. And this was back when Bitcoin was a smaller market cap. So, and the reason they did this is because they were purposely buying it cheap. So they purposely crashed the economy by using the narrative terrorists behind it, just like they always do. And they buy it cheap and they buy everything back up when the general public panics and sell. But you're really selling it to the elites and BlackRock. So the golden age is gonna come, like real estate doing good, more jobs, etc. But hyperinflation is gonna come with it, and this is Bible prophecy in Revelation chapter 6 verse 6. A day's work of wages will be on food alone. So it looks good on paper about the root core of it is darkness, just like in 2 Corinthians chapter 11 verse 14. The devil disguised himself as an angel of light, but it's only gonna benefit the rich because they have the money to fight against inflation. It's gonna hurt everyone else in smaller businesses. So the rich is getting richer and the poor is getting poorer. So you're either rich or poor because they want to eliminate the middle class. And there's gonna be more moments like this too, where they crash the market and then they purposely buy it up. Best believe, bro. It's the U.S. government, bro. Come on, man. They constantly screw you over and lie to you. Do you really think they won't do it again? Come on. And Mark the Messenger said this is how they're going to push out the digital ID. This is how they're going to enroll it. Now we see the digital IDs getting pushed back, and it might get canceled just like the CBDC years ago. Then it got rebranded to stable coins. That's linked to the blockchains and crypto. Same thing with digital ID. It might get swept under the rug for like a year, but it'll get rebranded to something else in a different name. So people are going to get distracted by this. People are not paying attention to this. Like I said, they're being distracted by the video games and all this stuff. Just like, it reminds me of the Roman empires. They're literally giving people wine and bread for free to keep them distracted and entertained while they're passing laws to strip their freedom away. Don't we see the same thing with this? There's nothing new under the sun. Agenda 20, you know what? Literally nothing new under the sun. And he said we won't be hearing like the digital IDs for this year being talked about. But most definitely it's gonna get pushed to America. This stuff is coming to America. So don't think, oh, it's over there, UK. It don't matter. It don't bother us. Like, no, it's coming here. Trust me. It's Bible prophecy. It's coming. But the way they're gonna do it, they're gonna enroll a false flag or a false event. That's similar to the 2020 lockdowns. An event that's gonna cause fear. It's gonna get everyone to comply. And it's actually funny because I want to share another video about the 2020 lockdowns, how it's predictive programming is all planned.
I truly think the best days of ours are ahead of us. Because COVID was, for me, like a rehearsal, a prova generale, how you can mobilize an organization and do the impossible possible against a main disease. We are after cancer and many other things in the years to come.
Bro, did you hear that? He said a rehearsal, bro. He said it's like a test to see if people comply and all that. Literally, it's all planned, bro. I'm telling you, this is a scripted reality. This is the Matrix. This is Satan's kingdom. Satan is the god of this world. This is his world, bro. Like, come on, man. Like, I hope this video wakes you up, man. I really hope so. I hope this makes you start to question things, get right with God before it's too late, man. And best believe China and the US, they're going to be one of the first countries to push out AI, the mark of the beast, and the end times agenda, because they're two of the biggest countries on earth. China is super duper advanced ahead of us. They already have the AI over there. We already have the technology for the mark of the beast, bro. The governments and all that, they already have the technology. It's just not out yet. It's not mandatory yet. You could find videos on the internet, people already taking the mark of the beast, like making it look cool and all that. It's just, oh my gosh, bro, it's coming, bro. It's coming faster than we think. And it's funny how this all happened right after Charlie Kirk passed away. So to go to show, like I said, once again, it's all a script. This is the Matrix, Satan's kingdom. Satan is the rule of this world. It's not a coincidence. This happened right after he passed away. Well, that's going to do it for this video. I just wanted to share this real quick to let you guys know that what's to come, bro. Bible prophecy being fulfilled is here, but guys. The mark of the beast is coming, bro. It's coming faster than you think, bro. It's insane seeing everything just unfold before my eyes. Like, since God's speeding up the times in the end days, since we're already here, it wouldn't surprise me if it happened like the next like 2, 3, 4 years. I don't know, but by the way it's looking like, it's coming out quick. It's coming out quick. I hope this makes you want to get right with God through a personal relationship, not religion. You can't go to the Father except with the Son. Be set apart, be holy. Get right with God before it's too late, so that you don't have to worry about any of this, bro. This is just crazy, bro. I just had to let you guys know this. Let you guys know what's up. I know this world's getting you distracted, probably, by stuff doesn't matter. This is getting swept under the rug. Because they want this to happen, but I'm not going to let that slide, bro. I'm going to expose this to let you guys know what's up. I don't want you guys to get the mark of the beast. Unfortunately, this is not the case. Majority of these people, basically anyone who's in Satan's kingdom and not in God's kingdom, they're going to take the mark of the beast. Let's keep it real. So I hope more people wake up to this. I hope this wakes you up, gets right with God. Once again, this is not a message of fear. I'm not pushing fear. God doesn't give us a spirit of fear. I'm just letting you guys know what's up, and I'll catch y'all in the next one.